allow them because I tried it yesterday. As you said, it works actually.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. How are you? Danujan,
Fine,
Abhishayan,
sir.
you all are good?
Yes, sir.
How did you do? How was your exam? Did you do your test exam last week or week before? Well,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. So do you remember when did we have our last class? How many weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago we had our last class. Okay. This is our week 10 class. This is the 10th week class. Sorry, let me get my pen right. So we've done 10 classes. Today's the 10th class. Okay.
Yes,
So we were supposed to finish in August, but because of the exams and other thing, the 10th class is today. So what did I say last time? What we were going to do today? Do you remember?
Presentation.
No, there's something else. Yes, presentation definitely one. But
And you asked to discuss with us. Speak,
what is that, Abhishayan? What did you say?
speak with us. You said you will separate
Yes,
some
I
groups.
will ask questions, and then you will also can ask questions for me. This is called it's called two-way. That means both ways. Conversation. Conversation. It's two-way conversation. That means you can ask me questions and I can answer, then I can ask you questions, you can answer. That's called two-way conversation. We're going to do that today, okay? But before we do that, we have a presentation from Karthigan, who couldn't present last time. So I'm going to put his presentation, and Karthigan has run through the presentation. Karthigan, are you there? Karthigan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to put your presentation now in a second, okay?
I also have present.
No, I'll put it here so you can see it then. I'll go through them with you, okay? It's easy for me if I put it on. All right, let me open up your presentation. Can you see your presentation, Karthigan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you want me to change the slide, you say next. When you say next, I'll move to the next slide. You can say next slide, then I'll change it to next slide, okay? All right, Karthigan, you can speak now. Start to speak.
Solar system and space travel. Next. Our solar system consists of 8 planets that revolve around the Sun, which is central to our solar system. There are 2 categories of planets, such as inner planets and outer planets. Next.
Okay. Yeah, speak slowly, don't need to rush. So you're saying that we've got, these are the planets, right? So the first slide you showed us, sorry, you said that's Sun, and we have got, this is Earth, this is where we live, and there are 2 planets here, and then we got this many here. This is before us, this is after us, okay? All right, and then you went to this one, you said consists of this, there are 2 categories of planets, such as inner planets, you said, and outer planets. Okay, I go to the next slide, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are called as inner planets. The inner planets are closer to the Sun, and they are smaller in size as compared to the outer planets.
Very good, very good. There's similar size, and these planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, all 4 are called inner planets, right? Okay, right. Will I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are termed as the outer planets. These 4 are massive in size and are often referred to as giant planets.
Because they're very big, right? These are very big size compared to Earth. And therefore they're called the Outer planets, yeah, okay. Will I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have got somebody else has put the hands up. 1 minute, Pavalan. Pavalan, you can mute you, I'll unmute you now. Pavalan. Allow microphone. Pavalan, I have allowed your microphone. Can you hear me, Pavalan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can interact with me. Okay, outer planets, and next one. Sorry.
Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system is Mercury, which is also close to the Sun. Venus, Venus is also said to be the hottest planet of our solar system. Earth is the planet where we live. It is the third planet of the solar system. It is the only planet where human and other species can live.
And can I stop there and ask you a question? Why Earth is the only planet that's got human and other species can live? Why is that? What's the reason?
There is oxygen.
Yeah, you can say that way, or you can say there is atmosphere. There's no atmosphere in the other planets with oxygen for human to live. So the atmosphere has got oxygen. Okay, all right, that's good. Right, next one.
Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and this planet has a reddish appeal because of the iron oxide present on this planet.
Yep.
Jupiter, it is the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter has a strong magnetic field. Jupiter largely consists of helium and hydrogen.
Well done.
Saturn,
Can you say this? Can you say this word? Pronounce this word.
hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next one.
Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun. It is also known for its ring system, and these rings are made of tiny particles of ice and rock.
Okay, good. Next one.
Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It is the lightest of all the of all the giant and outer planets. Neptune. Neptune is the last planet in our solar system. It is also the coldest of all the planets. And Neptune is around the same size as the Uranus.
Now, why it is coldest of all the planet? Why?
Because it's far from the sun.
Yes, because it is far from the sun. Therefore, sunlight does not reach a lot there. Okay, that's good thinking. Very good. Next one.
Space travel. Space travel is the use of astronomy and space technology to travel outer space. While the exploration of space is carried out mainly by astronomers with telescopes, it is physical exploration thou is contact both by.
No, go back. Read it again.
Its physical exploration, thou is contact.
Though. This is though. 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 Okay.
Yes, sir. Though is contact both by
No,
unmanned.
it's not contact. It's conducted.
Contacted both by unmanned.
No, unmanned. No, not unmanned. Unmanned.
Unmanned robotic space probes and
No, this is called probes. Spell it out. Probes.
probes and human space flight.
Okay, now go back here. I'll read it for you. It's physical exploration, though is conducted both by unmanned robotic space probes and human and space flight. Yeah. The sentence is not exactly right, but it's okay. While the exploration of space is carried out mainly by astronomers with the solar system's physical exploration, though. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine, readable. But can you go through this sentence again for me, from there to there? Read it again for me.
Its physical exploration, though, is conducted both by unmanned robotic space probes and human space flight.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, very nice. Next one, last one.
The earlier era of space exploration.
Era, not era. Era. Pronounce it as two E's, like era. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. The early era of space exploration was driven by the Soviet.
No, not driven. Driven.
Driven by a Soviet Union and the United States.
Okay.
The launch of the first human-made object to orbit Earth, the Soviet Union's Sputnik 1 in 1957, and the first moon landing by the American Apollo 11 mission in 1969. American astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. He was followed by his co-astronaut Edwin Aldrin.
Okay, good. Now,
now the scientists succeeded.
No, not success. Succeeded.
Succeeded.
Yeah, succeeded. Okay, good.
Succeeded in traveling out of space and find the environment of planets to live there. Thus, great progress has been made in space travel in these years. Very soon, man can travel to planets as like travel to continent to continent.
Very nice. Very good. Right. This is the last part. You took the references here and you put it from here. That's all good. So it is very nice, very well spoken. And there are a few words that you need to pronounce. My suggestion for you would be, I did mention the words. You take those words, look at the pronunciation from Google, you know, the Macmillan thing. I gave you the link, and pronounce and learn that. Okay. Apart from that, Karthien, well done. A good job you've done. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now we go back to our discussion.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, Abhishek, yeah.
So I also have presentation, but I without some network, I didn't send it to you via Gmail.
Okay, we can present. We'll wait. We'll do the conversation. Maybe you did present something last time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can do another one, right? Depends on the time. You can do another one. It's okay. So wait, Abhishek, we'll have a discussion first, and then maybe last part you can present. Is that right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, now we're going to start. Just I want to cross check again. So the people who are here now, the people who can turn on the microphone, has Danujan, Karthikeyan, Abhishek,
Yes.
Krithikesan, Pavalan, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, all of you are there, right? Okay, what's our next topic? So let me just open up this my PowerPoint part. Okay, so just one more point I want to make, and then we start. Okay, so remember that when you looked at the notes I sent you, or the principal sent you, the notes I made, they have three parts in it. Part A for pronunciation, part B for spoken English, particular words and sentences to remember, part C is the grammar. Grammar, there's lots of examples there, but you already know grammar. You are higher class students. So you can look up here very easily. You can pick up if you have a doubt. But the important part is these two. If you really want to be good at spoken English, you need to remember all these sentences. These sentences are not difficult sentences. They are easy sentences, but you need to know when to use, where to use. So you must practice these sentences, read the sentences again and again, then see where you can use. When you go home after the school, or well, you are now online. When you finish your online class, you go and see your mother or father and ask them, Amma, how are you? Start English, right? Okay, your mother may speak English, may not, and she tells in Tamil, okay, you speak in English to her again. And practice this English little by little. Then friends, between you, you can have your Zoom meeting. Why don't you speak in English? Make a mistake, it does not matter. The more you speak with mistakes, it's okay. The more fluent you will get. But no matter what you do, if your pronunciation is not good, then the English look bit kind of not very attractive. Even though, so you could speak with good grammar, good sentences, but your pronunciation is not really right, then you lose its value. So it's important that, oh, I didn't have my camera on. So it's important that you should make sure that you learn pronunciation regularly. So I don't need to teach that today, but it's important that you go through that. So remember that I went through lots of pronunciation. These are the table that you need to remember where you use them. Then you need to know how to do, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need to learn these ones, how to pronounce. These can be taken from here. And you need to say this again and again. You look at this, you will say, wrong pronunciations, attack. No, that's not correct. You see here, attack, So learn that. It's not attack, it's attack. And then you will say in normal English, because you learn that way, you will say above. It's above, it should come above. Not it's above, no, it's above. And similarly, if you hear, you will say address. That's what you will say. No, in the pronunciation right way, it's address. Address. It will sound like what is address? Address. So you got to practice this. And once you get this tongue position in that, instead of you can look at the mouth position. Is address. That's not right. Should come, not a. So when you do that, when you start to pronounce like that again and again, you will get it right. And that's how the language becomes really richer when you pronounce it right. You will always have a slight, not exact pronunciation. That's okay. But it is not address. So you got to learn that, okay? So this pronunciation, you must practice this one regularly though. And then I've got a lot of examples, and then you can write in other examples as well yourself, And can you pronounce this one? Anybody? Abhishai, can you pronounce this one?
Wall.
How do you pronounce it?
Wall.
Yeah, wall. Wall. That is correct. That's what is here. Wall, wall, wall. That's, if you say that, that's all English speaking people will understand. If you say the normal way, the way we would have learned, no, they won't understand. So this is very important, the pronunciation is. Okay, all right. Next bit. That's all on that part of it. Yeah, I had on the first part. Okay, right, now, question and answer. Let's talk. What's the question you have for me? You get ask me question. So I've got 5 people there all together. One at a time can ask me question. So we'll start with Danuja. Is it Danujan or Danujan?
Danujan.
It's Danujan. Okay. Danujan, do you have a question for me? Do you want to ask a question?
No, sir.
No. Why? Ask me a question.
How are you doing today?
How am I doing today? Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I have got tomorrow lectures. I have got to teach 250 students. So I've been preparing lecture notes today. So a whole day today was spent on preparing lecture notes. Do you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you repeat what I said in your way? Go on. Anujan, go on. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. I'll repeat to you. So I have lectures tomorrow. I have 250 students to teach. So I have been preparing lecture notes today, whole day. So I was really busy today until 9 o'clock. Okay. You understand, Anushan, what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why don't you say your way, what I said? What I have said, you repeat that, what you understood.
You have a lecture tomorrow for
Yes.
250 students.
Yes.
So you are so busy today until 9 o'clock.
Why?
To
Why was
prepare
I
notes.
Yes. I was busy until 9 o'clock today because I was preparing lecture notes. They're called lecture, L-E-C-T-U-R-E, L-E-C-T-U-R-E, lecture notes. I was preparing lecture notes, okay? Right, okay, that is good. Karthikeyan.
What do you think about our school?
What do I think about Jaffna Hindu College? It's a great school. It's a beautiful, fantastic school. Good teachers you have. They give you very good education. So if you ask me, what did I get out of Jaffna Hindu College? It's a good education. In addition to all the sports and the activities, everything, but the education that you have, the value is really good. So you get a really good education out of Jaffna Hindu College. It's a top school. Not now, even before when we were studying. So you are studying at a very good school. Okay, you repeat what I said in a simpler way, your way. Go on.
It is a great school.
Yeah.
They give us a good education.
Yes. And good teachers, yeah.
We got good teachers.
Yep. On top of the education, you have other activities also they give you, all the sports and other extracurricular activities they give you, yeah. And you will always remember Jaffna Hindu College. When you graduate from the university, when you start to work, you will think back of Jaffna Hindu College and you see, oh my goodness, we really good education. We received a good education from Jaffna Hindu College, okay? Do you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next one, I go to Abhisha. Abhisha, do you want to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go on. So did you notice that I'm saying that I asked you, do you want to ask a question? You said, yes, sir. And my answer was, what did my answer was? What did I say? Go on. Go on means yes. Speak. That's the idea. Okay. Go on. Okay. Go on. Okay. Abhisha, go on. Talk. Ask
So
the
he
question.
had left the class.
Abhisha left the class. Why?
I think network problem.
Network problem. Okay, fine. So Abhishek is gone. Kritikation. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you well. Can you speak closer to the microphone?
Yes, sir.
More, bit more volume. We need bit more volume.
Yes, sir.
Ah, very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah. Okay. Kritikation, can you, do you have a question for me?
Yes, sir.
What is the question you have? Yes, Abhijay, I'll come to you in a minute. Huh? Okay, what's the question you have?
Do you like Sri Lankan or Australian food?
Do I like Sri Lankan? I didn't hear you well. Oh, Australian what? What did you say?
Food.
Home, is it?
Do you like Sri Lankan or Australian food?
Oh, do I like Sri Lankan food or Australian food? Oh, I like Sri Lankan food. Well, naturally you will all like Sri Lankan food. That's where you were born. That's where you studied. You spend most of your time before you moved out to other part of the world. So I like Australian, Sri Lankan food. Okay, can you repeat what I said?
Sri Lankan food.
No, speak as a sentence.
I like Sri Lankan food.
Why? What did I say? I said most of my. Yeah, go ahead.
Because most of your time was you have grown up there,
Yes.
eat in there, school, go to school in there.
Yes, okay, all right, okay, answer's right, okay, that's good, This Kritikation. Now I go back to Abhishek. Are you back? Are you there, Abhishek? Hello? Oh, his microphone, I need to. Okay, Abhishek, I have, there's another person, Jakshia wants microphone.
Sir, I am here.
You are there.
I
Jakshia, I have allowed your microphone. Okay, Abhishek, you had a question. You want to ask me?
Are you still joined to your birth? If not, how do you spend this COVID-19 pandemic season?
Not now. I don't go to work now because the university does not allow people to go because the Delta variant is moving very fast in Sydney at the moment. Because of that, we are under lockdown, so we have to teach from home. We can't go to university. You can go to university to collect your books or anything, but not working there. Okay, tell me. Do you understand what I said?
Sir, I asked 2 questions.
No, did you understand what I said, Abhishek?
Sir, I asked 2 questions.
You asked 2 questions, is it?
Yes, sir.
What? Well, you answer for this first one. Tell me what I said.
Due to this spread of Delta virus, university.
Delta variant, no, not Delta 1, Delta variant. Okay, go ahead.
In Sydney City, Australia, all the universities are closed.
Yes.
So you are conducting your online classes for your students. Sometimes from home. Sometimes you go to university to collect their books.
Yes, collect my books. Yeah, good. Okay, what was your second question, Abhishek?
So I asked that I still joined the university. If not, how do you spend this COVID-19 pandemic season?
But that's the answer I gave, you know.
Okay, so online class.
Yeah, it's the online classes, that's the one, right? Okay, think of another question. I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, Pavalan, are you there?
Yes.
Pavalan, do you want to ask me a question?
What thing about Zoom classes?
What do I think about Zoom classes, is it?
Yes, sir.
Is that the question? Pavel, speak louder. Repeat the question for me.
What thing about Zoom classes?
What do I think about Zoom classes? Well, there is positive in there and negative there as well. So when you have face-to-face classes, a teacher can actually look at a student and see their facial expression, whether they have understood or not understood. They can go around with the, next to the student and help them. In Zoom classes, we can't do that. You don't get that facial expression. So it's not a good idea that way. In a face-to-face class, you could have discussion between your friends quickly, without making noise. In Zoom classes, you can text them, but you don't really connect them very well. So there are disadvantages. But advantages in Zoom classes is you don't need to travel. That means you don't need to get up at 5 o'clock, get ready, and and traveling, take a bus or car or bicycle or walk or whatever. You don't need to do that. In Zoom classes, you can just turn on your computer and you can listen. So you do save time on traveling, and you can study for that time, or you can do other things. So there are advantages, and also the advantage is somebody's not well in a class. So it's better that person is on Zoom rather than the class. So what I think is good will be having face-to-face and Zoom class together. That's what I ran last year. I had a face-to-face class, sorry, this year, start of the year, and I also had Zoom, both simultaneously. I'm in front of a class sitting there with the students. So that would be the better way, mixed mode. Mixed mode means face-to-face and, okay, that's what I have explained. Now, Pavel, think about it, what I said. Tell me in a couple of sentences what are the things I have said. Go on. Did you understand me first?
Study in my home.
What is that?
Easy study in my home.
Yeah, easy study. Yeah, okay. What's the other thing? What else did you understand? So what is the advantage of being at school in a face-to-face class? Pardon, what do you think? By being in the school, at the school, in a face-to-face class with the teacher, what's the advantage on that? You can speak, it doesn't matter. Make a mistake, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm here for. So being in the class, you can actually talk to your friends, you can ask them something, and you can have a group discussion. You cannot have them in Zoom that way, and also teacher will not able to see whether you have understood what the teacher taught. In a face-to-face class, easily you can pick up. In a face-to-face class, teacher can come near to you and explain things. And Zoom is difficult. Do you understand what I said, Pavel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to speak louder. No, don't worry. No problem. Okay, I'll come back to you again. So I got Pavel, I've asked question. Now I've got Jakshia. Are you there? Hello? Okay.
Sir.
Is that right, Jakshia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a question for me? No?
But I think Zoom classes.
I didn't catch your question. What did you say? Say that again, slowly.
But I think Zoom classes.
Conducting Zoom classes, is it? Tell me in Tamil, what is it? What are you saying? Tell me in Tamil, let me think. Dakshya, are you there? Okay, think about it. I'll come back to you. I have got another person who's raised his hand. Abhinav. Abhinav, that's correct. Okay, I'll allow your microphone as well, Abhinav. You can speak. Are you there, Abhinav?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay, what is the question you have?
Which place is your favorite tourist attraction place?
Which place? No, I can't fully hear you. Which place? What did you say? Let me increase the volume, because sometimes you don't hear the sound well. Okay, Abhinav, just talk.
Which place do you like to visit most in Sri Lanka?
Oh, you mean which place do I like in Sri Lanka, or which do I like Australia or Sri Lanka? What's the question? Is it?
He's asking that which place do you like most in Sri Lanka?
Or in most in Sri Lanka? Okay. Well, somebody asked me this question yesterday as well. So I lived in two places in Sri Lanka. Half of my time was in Jaffna, next half of my time was in Colombo. They are the two places I've been living, other places I have visited. So if you ask me, would I like Jaffna or Colombo? I like Jaffna. It's not very busy compared to Colombo. Colombo is completely busy place to, So if you ask, my answer would be, well, I prefer Jaffna. That's my personal view. Colombo is okay to work there. Okay, sorry, Abhishek, go ahead.
So can you prefer a area or specific thing that you loved most in Jaffna?
You mean what do I like most in Jaffna? Is that right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, area or any
Maybe.
Okay, that's based on when I was a student, when I was like you at school. Every evening we play cricket. So we play cricket in, you know where the fort is? And there's a big ground there opposite to Jaffna Fort. And that's where we used to play cricket, many of us. Every day after the class. So 4 to 6 is always cricket. We didn't have other sports to play those days. So that's, and then we just go around the beach there. So that's my early young age. Is that what you're expecting from me, or something else you want me to say?
So I'm asking that there are some special things in Jaffna, that means most world best.
I mean, I think in Jaffna there are many things. Okay, you can go to.
I'm asking that, like your fort, Tacha, Punda, like that, which area?
Fort area. I'm from town myself, from Hospital Road. That's where I live, Kottadi. I used to live. So it's Jaffna Fort area, Jaffna Library, Jaffna, Clock Tower. All those areas is our place of kind of moving around, and Jaffna town. Most of the time, most of our life is in there. So then and there we go to every 3 months or every 6 months we go to Nainadi. So love that. I still went last year when I came to Jaffna Hindi College last year. I went there last time. The boat trip is beautiful, All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So Can I now ask questions from you? You have asked me questions. I'm going to ask you questions. You need to you need to
Sir,
discuss that.
So I have another question.
You have another question, Officer Aisen. Okay. What is
Sir.
the question, Officer Aisen, you have?
My expectation is this newly built up Delta virus is most dangerous than the COVID-19 virus.
Yep.
I think, do you have any objection? If yes, give your answer. If not, support my answer.
Well, okay, all right. I'll tell you what it is. So do you know? Let me get the pen. Sorry. I'll give you the answer. So do you know what the Delta variant means? So the virus, so I draw a circle for the virus. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things in. So just take, that's the virus, whatever it is, the COVID-19. So when you learn biology, you will know this. I mean, I'm not expert in biology. So this virus continuously does mutation. Mutation means it creates new virus. It keeps creating, but those viruses don't live. They die away. 1 out of million might live. So Delta variant came out of this, the original virus, and which is a new virus derived from here, from COVID-19, and which is dangerous. Now, there's another one is now beginning to come. It mutated another one, which is from South Africa now. It's a Delta variant, C12, as they call it. That's a different variant of this. So this variant will keep happening. This variant is now, give another 3 months, there will be another variant. But every time the mutation happens, they don't live, they die away. But 1 or 2 of them will live, and that's what is the Delta variant and C12. So when you have an injection in the virus, they have this injection that could be for COVID-19. It may not be for the variant. That's why they're struggling. So the variant is dangerous because it moves too fast from human to human. This one, original one, wasn't that dangerous. It was dangerous, but still not compared to variant. So that's what my view is. Okay. Is that what you wanted from me, or what you want?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So that's my understanding. I'm not saying I'm an expert in this area, but that is my understanding. Delta variant is very dangerous. And in next 3 months, you will get another variant from COVID-19, original virus. It just keeps mutating. Okay, right. Next question. Anybody else have? Now I'm going to ask you a question.
Sir, what do you think, when will this COVID-19 spread stopped?
Very hard to know. Now, when there's a new virus comes in, the scientist works on the virus trying to find an antivirus or find a vaccine, okay, which is basically an antivirus vaccine. In the past, to find one vaccine, it takes about 5 years. They're going to do a lot of tests on a lot of people. But this virus spread so quickly, they're going to find this vaccine very quickly. So the vaccine, when you find very first time, it's not a very effective vaccine. It's an effective vaccine, but it's not a long term. It won't live for 20 years, the vaccine, or 5 years. It's a similar, going back in time, 50 years ago, we used to get 3 doses of polio vaccine, 3 doses, 3 times. Nowadays, you only get once. So research improves and people can come up with. So until they come up with the really right vaccine. The current vaccine is good to protect you from the virus, but until they find a new vaccine which actually gives you longer term of protection, it's difficult to know when it will end.
So if you ask me, I will say that this COVID-19 spread will stop soon. Because
because
if the COVID-19 virus spread to everyone, then how it will spread again?
No, if it the problem is it's not the same as is billion. I mean, so many billion living in the whole world, right? It's only what we are talking about. What 500,000 people died so far? 500,000 died out of billion, 8 billion, right? So there's more to spread. There are people not everybody has got it. Once you get the virus and once you are recovered, then you are immune, then there's no problem. You won't get the virus again. So it can't stop. What will happen is that people will live with that. So for example, you know this, what do you call it, the dengue fever in Sri Lanka you have and other countries as well. It's still there. It still catches people. We can't stop. We just have to be careful. We know this virus can cause a problem. So hygienic wise, we have to make sure we wash our hands. We don't put our hand in our mouth without realizing until everybody is vaccinated and you are immune to virus, then it's fine. Then you live with the virus without any problem. There's no end for a virus now. The virus will be living, but you become immune. And that takes some time. You know, we will learn to live with the virus. That's my view is. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now we've got only a little more time. Now I'm going to start with Dhanujan. What
Yes.
year are you in? Which year are you in? Are you year 9, year 10, year 11?
Year 9.
You are in year 9. Okay, so you got how many more years to do A level? 3 more years, is it? 2 more years, is it? 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
3 more.
3 more years. Okay. What is your ambition to become as? Do you know whether you want to become as a doctor, engineer, accountant, lawyer, dentist? I mean, there's so many. It's very hard to say that very early, but do you have an ambition to become as one of these?
Yes, sir. I would like to become a doctor.
You would like to become as a doctor. Very nice answer. Very good. Why would you like to become as a doctor? You must have a reason. Think why? Why wouldn't like to become as an engineer? You there, Dhanujan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, why do you think you want to become as a doctor? Just tell me what you think.
Just a wish.
Just a wish, is it? So doctors work with lots of community, looks after, help the community, cure most of the sickness that you have. So you are really looking after the community. That's at the normal GP level. And then in doctor, then when you do very well, you become as a consultant or surgeon, and you're still able to save lives. So doctors really look after people, save lives, basically, which is something people would like to do. And it's a good profession, meeting with people. Always you are meeting with people. Always you are meeting with patients, and which is a very, very rewarding profession. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to say what I said in your way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, explain to me. Just tell me why what I said to you. Tell me what's one thing about
Doctors communicate with many people, and they also help the lives of the people.
They save lives of people. That's very good, Tanjan. Very, very nice. Okay, good. You've done that. Now I'm going to Abhishai. Abhishai, what about you? What do you want to become as?
So I would like to become as an engineer. As an engineer.
Okay. Why do you want to become as an engineer?
I like maths better than science.
Okay, so you like maths better than science, but engineer, do you want to become as an electronics engineer or software engineer or mechanical engineer? I mean, it's too hard to
decided that much.
You haven't thought about that much, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, okay. But you should start to look at Google. When we studied at the time, we didn't have any information. Now you have got Google, you can go through them, type in software engineer, what do they do? Then type in mechatronic engineer, what do they do? Type in electronics engineers, what do they do? Through that, you learn a lot. It's good to do that, okay?
Yes, sir. So I like two fields most. One is this IT field, like AI, artificial intelligence, and this maths.
Yeah. I mean, software engineering will have artificial intelligence. Electronics engineering would have artificial intelligence. Future is completely machine learning, everything. Machine learning is, what is machine learning? What is artificial intelligence? Anybody who can explain to me?
Artificial intelligence means it's like a brain. Not our brain is a natural brain given by God. Artificial brain means we create that.
We
These natural places and artificial places.
So we try to create
by coding
how brain human brain operates. Okay, that's a good way of looking at it. But if you think of it, there is only two things you need to do a lot of things. One is what we call is the receptor, receiver. So we've got human has got two main receivers. One is the ear, one is the eye. And they both are signals going into brain. So when you were small, you start to learn things, and what you learn have been registered in the brain. So they've been registered in a way, and then whenever you want it, you can take the information out. How do you do that? How it does, not many people know yet. Still, it is early science. But we can use a computer to do certain things that brain does that, storing information. Brain stores lots of information from your early stage of birth to until you reach very old age. You still information being stored. So think of it, storing an information is one part, and then whenever you want it, accessing them, so much of information there, so much, and this is what you want to access. Your brain can access this pretty fast, whatever you want to access, but the information is so much in there because over years you have accumulated. Now, machine can't do that easily, no. So that's why it's artificial. It can do similar function, but not all of them yet. Okay, because not fully understood yet. But what you're saying is good. Software engineering or machine learning is very, very, very good area of research. Good. Okay, now who's next there? Karthigan. What about, I have talked to Dhanajan. Karthigan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you want to become as?
I would like to become an engineer.
As an engineer?
Yes, sir.
What engineer you would like to become as?
Civil engineer.
Civil engineer, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a good profession. What do civil engineers do? What do they do?
They develop our country and build highways and buildings.
Yes, they build bridges, they build very high building. They are the key people to give all the knowledge to the builders, what to build, how to build. All the design of the houses are done by civil engineers. The roads are built, ideas given by civil engineers. It's built by construction engineers, but all the ideas, how to build, is given by civil engineers. Very good. That's good. Now, I've got a couple of more minutes. So next one is then Kritikation. Kritikation, are you there? Kritikation, occasion. What do you want to become as? What do you want to become as? You want to be.
Lecturer.
You want to become as a lecturer. Oh, what a fantastic thinking. Yes, good. But lecturer in what area? Where? Is it lecturer in medicine, lecturer in engineering, lecturer in law? What area you want to become as a lecturer?
English.
In English. Oh, fantastic. You want to become as an English lecturer. Why do you want to become as an English lecturer? What's the reason you want to become as an English lecturer?
Because I like English.
You like English and you want to become as a teacher so that you can teach English to the children, to students, to everybody. That's very nice. Very good profession. That's good.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, very done. Next one is Pavalan. Are you there, Pavalan?
Sir.
Okay, what do you want to become as?
Doctor.
Doctor, very nice. Why? Why do you want to become as a doctor? Go on. Think about. You want to become as a doctor because it involves helping people, saving lives, and you can do that, right? Pavel, you okay? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand that. Okay, we only have 1 more minute. We can go on. And then the Joshua, is it, or Abhinav? One of you there. Abhinav, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what do you want to become as?
I would like to be a doctor.
You would like to be a doctor. Okay, everybody, there's 3 doctors, 2 engineers. That's very nice. 1 teacher, fantastic. What doctor you want to be? Do you want to specialize in doctor or just be a doctor?
I want to be a cardiologist.
You want to become as a cardiologist? Very, very nice. Okay. When you become as a doctor, then I'll come to you. Huh? Okay. All right. Well done. That's fantastic and good luck. And I'm sure you will become as a doctor. Love to see you as a doctor. All of you, 3 of you want to become as a doctor. All the best and congratulations. 2 of you want to become as an engineer. Well done and congratulations. 1 of you become as a lecturer and English teacher. Excellent. So all of you have thought about it. That's fantastic. All right. So that brings to the end of this class. This is our 10-week class. The classes will run 10 weeks only and repeat again 10 weeks. So when do they repeat again? I don't know. It will be a different form. Next one will be. Not everybody can't be together. I spoke to the principal and I told him that we need to have only 20 people and we can train them, only them, and then bring in another 20 later on. And make sure that when you are coming to the next class, when the principal asks you, he will organize that. You need to have a camera as well. So we need to see the students. We need to see so that we can train you really well in spoken English. Okay? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I said? Did you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we'll finish up. You will hear from your principal for the next class when. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you and goodbye, sir.
See you all.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Goodbye.
See you and have a great day. Okay. Enjoy. I have to.